My cousin brought home a trombone one day and I was like, oh my God, what is this big piece of metal? So in middle school, I picked up the trombone and just absolutely fell in love with it. Then I went to college for music education to be a band director. And around my sophomore year, I heard Mahler's Symphony No. 2 for the first time, the finale on YouTube in my little dorm room. And that completely blew my mind, and I said, I want to do what that guy is doing. I want to conduct that kind of music. And so that's how I started to get into conducting. My name is Huynh, and I'm conducting this week at the Britt Festival with the Britt Festival Orchestra. The experience was very quick. So I stepped in for Teddy, and I flew in the night before, had a rehearsal in the morning, and then concert that evening. Because it was Princess Bride, it was a very popular show. I think it was basically sold out or something. A huge crowd, super appreciative. People loved the concert. What I remember most about that experience is the orchestra and the musicians in the orchestra and how the orchestra sounded on stage and how quickly we were able to connect with each other right away. Really, they made my job feel very easy, even though it could have been a stressful situation. Someone coming in last minute, day of, to then do a show later. It didn't feel like that because everyone in the orchestra is so good. And as a unit, even better, and felt pretty gelled. And so that was a very memorable experience. And I knew, oh my gosh, I hope I get to work with this orchestra again, and I hope I get to come back and see more of Jacksonville and this part of Oregon. You know, I'm very familiar with Oregon because I lived in Oregon for 7 years, but I didn't make my way south that much, and so it's nice to see a different side of Oregon. The first program is, how I thought about this was to put music together that made me feel something. So the Rachmaninoff Third Piano Concerto is probably his most famous work, definitely his most famous piano concerto. And the end of that concerto is such elation. And then the second half, we have a piece by Anna Meredith, who is this living composer. She's from Scotland. And I remember hearing this work for the first time a couple of months ago, or just right before I programmed this, and I thought, oh my gosh, I've never heard anything like this before. It's like electronic music, but written for orchestra. And finally, Strauss's Death and Transfiguration is about an artist's life journey, and they're old and reflecting on their life, and there's a moment of transfiguration, and they end up passing away, and that journey and the way that the composer was able to capture that in music, same thing. You just you can't help but feel transfigured when you're listening to it. It's just such amazing music. The second program is, the thread is ballet. We have Appalachian Spring, Stravinsky's Violin Concerto, which originally wasn't composed with choreography and dance in mind, but Balanchine loved the piece so much that they decided to choreograph to the work. It's pretty rare to have a violin concerto danced to, especially by Stravinsky. And Ravel's Tzigan, which is another violin work, was also originally thought with choreography in mind. And finally, the Bartok is its own ballet, The Miraculous Mandarin. It's pretty dark, but very exciting. What I love about that program is that the element of dance and rhythm. So it's not just a conventional music where you just get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's start. It's all over the place. The mixed meter is crazy. It's a challenge for us to put together because it isn't just straightforward, but the listening experience and to play it is just exhilarating because it's this music that's meant to portray movement and dance and to be felt with the body and tell a story. I really encourage people to come check out the concerts. This orchestra, and this festival is just such a gem in this community. It's so rare to have an orchestra and a group of musicians in a place like Jacksonville, Oregon, and this Southern Oregon that is such a high level. And we love when people come and cheer, and really to be moved by this incredible music and spend the evening at the pavilion. It's a great time. So we hope to see you there.